Hi, how's going? Everything fine? I hope all are you doing safe. Stay your home, stay safe, and make use of time. Okay, we'll quickly get into the topic. Actually, we have discussed that rectilinear motion. That is nothing but linear motion. Both are same. In the linear motion, there are three subcategories: vertically projected body and freely falling body, and a body is moving horizontally, straight, etc. etc. And in the previous video I have explained the problems which are belongs to the vertically projected body and freely falling body. And in this video I just want to make a video on just two problems which are belongs to the case straight line motion. So take an example of the following question. In the screen you can observe the question. A driver of a car traveling at a speed of 72 km per hour. So a car is moving with a speed 72 km per hour. So actually we consider the velocity as a meter per second. So first of all we have to convert this kilometer per hour into meter per second. Then we'll do that. Observes the light 300 meter ahead of him turning red. So he observes while he going he observes a light, traffic light ahead him turning red. The traffic light is timed to remain red for 20 seconds before it turns to green. So it turns to red, and for 20 seconds it will be in that red color only. After 20 seconds it will be green. So actually we know what is the meaning of red light and green light. Red light means we have to stop, and green means we can move. It's a traffic signal. Okay. If the motorist wishes to pass the light without stopping to wait for it to green, determine required uniform acceleration of car, the speed with which the motorist crosses the traffic light. So he don't wants to stop the vehicle, he wants to move the vehicle without stopping. Actually here nobody is breaking the rules here. So for red light we have to stop, na sir, it's not like that. So he observes well before, so the light turned red. So before it turns to green, he don't want to stop, he wants to move till the signal, and he wants to move the signal without stopping. So for doing so, what velocity he should maintain, and what is the acceleration of the car? What is the acceleration of the car? Acceleration is, as we know, the change in the velocity with respect to time. So that is called acceleration. So if I am moving with a velocity, do I change my velocity with respect to time to achieve my target? What is my target? I want to move the traffic light without stopping my car. That is my target. Okay. So if you observe, it is clearly given that it is the vehicle, okay, and it is the traffic light. Suppose he told the traffic light, but in the question he given a flag. No problem. You observe this is a red light. Okay, so the distance between the car to the light is 300 meters, clear, and the body is moving with a 72 km per hour. If he gives the body is moving with a velocity, if the body is moving with a velocity means the body is moving with a velocity means with the velocity, it's a starting velocity, it's a initial velocity. If he mentions that the body started from rest, if the body started from rest, then at start the body is in rest means the initial velocity becomes zero. If you hear this word rest, it means something is zero. If the body reached to rest, it means the final velocity is zero. If the body is starting from rest, it means the initial velocity is zero. Right? Understand, this is a very important logic. Body is moved from rest means initial velocity is zero. The body moving with a velocity and it reached to rest, it means the final velocity is zero. Here the initial velocity is not zero and the final velocity is not zero, because it's clearly given a car is traveling with a speed of 70 km per hour. It means the initial velocity itself is 70 km per hour. Okay, let's move to the answer. Uniform acceleration. We know the time is 20 seconds, he has already given, and u is equal to 72 into 1000 by 60 into 60. It means we have to convert that kilometer per hour into meter per second. So we have converted the initial velocity kilometer per hour to meter per second. So into 1000 by 60. So kilometers, 1 kilometer is equal to nothing but 1000 meters, and then that time 1 hour is nothing but 60 seconds. Sorry, 1 minute is equal to 60 seconds. So 60 into 60, 60 minutes into 60 seconds. So it will be in seconds. So the formula, you better know this. Okay, don't waste our time by explaining these basics. Okay. So S is equal to ut plus half at square. That is the formula. We know that this is the equation belongs to the straight line motion. S is equal to ut plus half at square, where S is equal to the distance, u is equal to initial velocity, t is equal to time, a is equal to acceleration, etc., etc. So substitute all the values what you know the displacement is 300, you know the you don't know the acceleration, but you know the initial velocity, time, etc., etc. If you substitute all the values, then you will get minus 0.5. So what is this minus 0.5? If you get the acceleration in negative value, it means it is called retardation, deceleration. Retardation, deceleration means the change in velocity with respect to time is decreasing. The decreased change in velocity, it means if you are moving with a 50 km per hour, for after 1 minute it will be 40, after 1 minute it is 30, 20, 10, 0. It's like that. So there is a change in the velocity, but the change is decreasing change, descending order, then it is known as retardation. If the change is increasing order, if the change in ascending order means 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, then your acceleration will be positive, and it is known as acceleration. So there are two words, acceleration, retardation. Acceleration, retardation means positive and negative. Okay, so next substitute v is equal to u plus at. So when you are, because we have to find out the velocity also, so from that you can calculate velocity is equal to 10 meter per second. So we have required uniform acceleration. The required uniform acceleration is 0.5 meter per second square. This is the answer for the first bit. What is the second bit? The second bit is the speed with which the motorist crosses the traffic light. What is the speed he has to? He will cross the light, means this is the speed. Sorry. Actually, I pushed the wrong button, so it's gone. Okay. This is okay. This is your final answer. So there are two questions. One question is to find out acceleration. First bit is to find out acceleration, and second bit is to find out the velocity. Both has given. First bit answer is for minus 0.5 meter per second square, and second one answer is meter per second. Clear? That is the question. So we'll move into the next question, then we can understand what is happening. So next question is, so go through the question. A motorist starts with initial velocity, takes 10 seconds to cover a distance of 20 meters and 50 seconds to cover the distance of 40 meters. Find the uniform acceleration of a car and the velocity at the end of 15 seconds. So simple question. A motorist, the person who is riding the bike, a motorist starts with an initial velocity. He doesn't mention the initial velocity. Takes 10 seconds to cover a distance of 20 meters. So a motorist started his journey and he took 10 seconds of time to cover the distance 20 meters and 15 seconds to cover the 40 meters distance. Then find out the uniform acceleration. Now this diagram clearly indicates the problem. This diagram. So motorist starts from this point and he has reached this distance in this distance in this time, that is 20, and he reached to this distance in this time 15 seconds, and that is nothing but 40. So he took 15 seconds to cover 40 meters and he took 10 seconds to cover 20 meters. Then what you have to find out? We know that S is equal to ut plus half. It is nothing. We have to judge the question belongs to what case. This question belongs to the motion straight line, and we know the equations. S is equal to ut plus half at square, v is equal to u plus at, v square minus u square is equal to 2a, something like, just first justify the question, first take the decision and conclude it, and this problem belongs to that particular area. Then remember all the formulas, or write down all the formulas in your rough work and substitute all the given values in the relations. Then you will get the excuse me, answer. So S is equal to ut plus half at square. You know the distance S, you know u, and there are two distances. you know two distances, there are two distances, one is 20-meter distance, another one is 40-meter distance. So we have to substitute the values in both the formulas. S is equal to ut plus half at square, again S is equal to ut plus half at square. So from the first equation, from the second equation, solving equation 1 and 2, we get A is equal to 0.267. If you, this is you can call it as you can take the names. This is S1, you can call it as, this is S2. So I am going beyond actually. 20 meters distance, there are 20 meters distance, I consider this as S1, and there is a 40-meter distance, I consider this as S2. Okay, so there are two distances. Now like that you can take it like that. Okay, so if you get two equations, now equation 1 and equation 2 both are solved. You know how to solve the equation. So after solving the equations, you will get acceleration is equal to 0.267 meter per second square and v is equal to 0.664 meter per second. Velocity at the end of the 15 seconds is given by v is equal to u plus 80. Simple formula, substitute all the values in v is equal to u plus 80, then you will get the answer, final answer 4.669 meter per second. That's easy, what I told you previously. So here in kinematics, it is very essential that take the decision the problem belongs to which area, and after you take the decision that this problem belongs to that area, then you have to remember all the formulas for that area and substitute the given data into that formula, then you will definitely get the answer. So easy. So it's not that easy I'm talking to, actually this needs more attention, more hard work, more homework. So we'll meet in the next video. I will prepare curvilinear motion in the next video. So we'll see in the curvilinear motion, we'll meet in curvilinear motion part. Hope you are understanding all the points. No problem if you don't understand, repeatedly see the video, still you don't understand, you can call me, you can you can WhatsApp me. I am putting these videos in YouTube. You can comment me, so you can comment the particular part where you can't understand. I am reading all the comments. If I found any comment that somebody is not understanding the point, then definitely I will definitely call you, or I will definitely WhatsApp or message you about the situation, and I will try my level best to clear all the doubts up to my knowledge. Okay, thank you very much. We'll meet in the next video.